Hello Cancer, and welcome to my channel. I'm going to do your reading, and this is a timeless reading, so this is for whenever you feel drawn to hear this message. Also, this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. Alright, so we have Four of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, the Wish card, Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups, the Sun, Eight of Cups, and for overall energy we have the Star. So this looks great. This looks amazing. Okay. So for overall energy we have the Star, and that represents having hope, having faith, having that belief, you know, staying strong, pushing forward. I feel like it's, for some reason, wishing on a star, you know, having your dreams come true, like staying in that energy. For current energies, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. I almost feel like you're kind of in this energy right here of this Four of Pentacles and this Eight of Swords, and you're like, no, I don't believe in that. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to be in that energy. Or you're holding yourself back, or you're feeling skeptical about something. You're feeling like, yeah, I'm just going to keep to myself, and I'm going to hold back from this situation. I'm going to, maybe there's something that you want to do. It's start a business, start a new job, start a relationship, work on a relationship. Whatever that this represents for you is you holding back, you pulling back, you keeping to yourself, you not expressing yourself, you not moving forward, like you holding yourself back. But I also feel like the energy around you wants you to move forward, because we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is slow, steady progress. So maybe that's why you're getting frustrated with something. Maybe you're trying to do something and you're like, this just isn't happening at the speed that I want. This isn't happening the way that I want to. I'm not getting this Ten of Cups the way that I want to get it, as quickly as I want to get it. I'm not patient. Maybe sometimes when we want something to happen and it doesn't, we get so frustrated and we get so irritated that we're in that energy. Instead of being positive and being in the Ten of Cups energy, you're in the Four of Pentacles energy, where you're being frustrated. And it's almost like you're making it harder because you're being in this Four of Pentacles energy and you're getting irritated by it. And it's almost like you're pushing it farther away, because whatever this Ten of Cups is here, it's taking some time for it to happen. And there may be things, like I've said before, going on behind the scenes that maybe you're ready for something, or maybe you're really not ready for it, or maybe that thing that you want to have happen, maybe there are things with that person or that situation that have to fall in place before it comes in for you. And I feel like it's just looking at things from a different perspective and saying, well, there's a reason why, things are not happening as quickly. Maybe it's just for you to learn patience, As my grandmother always used to say, good things come to those who wait. Something that I was thinking of is, sometimes how people are trying to, I think I've seen on TV where people were like, oh, I was trying to get on this flight and I was going to fly on this plane, but all of this stuff was happening and it was stopping me from getting on that plane, and I was getting so frustrated and I was getting so mad. But then come to find out, the plane ended up, not trying to be negative, but like it ended up crashing, or it ended up having to have all these mechanical errors, or it had some sort of issue. And the person was like, oh, I'm so glad that I didn't do that. I'm so glad that, even though I was frustrated in that moment, because this is what I wanted to do, but I'm so glad I didn't do it because it saved me, And then looking back, hindsight is 20/20, saying, yeah, I'm really glad that, all of these things went wrong, or this delayed me from doing that, because it saved me. And also, there's been times where I've tried to push something through. It's like, well, I was so determined to make it happen that I made it happen, and I wasn't happy with the results because it wasn't ready. It was like I said before, it's about baking a cake. If you're baking a cake and you're really excited to have this cake, and then you don't want to wait anymore and you take it out too early, and then it's all still raw in the middle, and it's like, well, now you've ruined the whole cake, because it's still raw, and it's gone flat, and it's not going to be light and fluffy anymore because you took it out too early. So this may be the situation where there's all of this beautiful stuff, this 10 of Cups that wants to come in for you, but you have to wait until it's ready, and it's seeing that, okay, yes, I have to wait for this. Now for future energies, we have the 9 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, the Sun, and the 8 of Cups. The 9 of Cups, Ace of Cups, the Sun, and 8 of Cups, okay? So, I mean, what's coming in for you is your 9 of Cups, your Ace of Cups, the Sun. Look at this beautiful energy that's coming in for you, that wants to come in for you. I mean, this is kind of how we've started, and then it's like, well, slow and steady wins the race, to this 10 of Cups, and I feel like that energy turns into this, where we have this 9 of Cups, which your wishes, your dreams, your goals, your relationships. And with this, we have the moon cycle here. So this is something that takes time. And I feel like once this starts to fall in place, you see that, okay, yeah, I'm glad that this did wait. I'm glad that this is something that I did take my time with, that I was patient with, and that you learn, okay, to let go of the frustration and the irritation of things not happening the way, as quickly as you had wanted them to. And so that moving towards the future, you're like, okay, when things are ready to happen for me, that they will fall into place, and to understand that. And that's something that definitely takes time. And yes, it's frustrating, but look at all of this beautiful energy that wants to come in for you, that is coming in for you, okay? Relationships and goals and happiness that wants to come in. So I feel like the stars just keep believing, keep staying in that positive energy. Again, the Page of Pentacles, which are good things are coming in for you. Good things are happening for you, beautiful things, but don't be in this frustrated, irritated energy of them not happening at the speed that you want it to, okay? Not being like having this 5 of Wands energy where you're frustrated and you're mad and you're angry, because it's like blocking this energy that wants to come in for you. It's when the opportunity is right, it will present itself. Things will fall in place, Like when you wait long enough, the cake is, fully baked, and it's fluffy and it's delicious. All right, look at that. Ace of Cups again. So definitely has to do with a relationship, but I also feel that it has to do with the relationship with yourself. That you learning that you don't have to get frustrated when things don't happen and when things don't fall in place, and that you learning that, it's okay, and that when the time is right, things will happen. And there may be this beautiful relationship that is coming in for you too, this 10 of Cups. A new relationship, maybe you're single and you're like frustrated and you're like, I've been single long enough and I don't want to be single anymore. But maybe it's not about you being ready for a relationship. Maybe it's that other person. Maybe that other person has some things that they have to deal with, that they have to work through before they're ready to start a relationship with you, because you want them to start the relationship with you in their best selves. Maybe they have some baggage or some things that they need to work through first. Look at this. I know. I feel like you're tired of waiting for. I feel like you're tired of waiting for a relationship, but you have to stay. There's two choices here. Do you stay in the 3 of Swords energy, the heartbreak and the hurt and the sadness and the disconnect, or do you stay in this 9 of Cups energy? It's almost like it's two different things there. It's like, well, what energy do you want to stay in? And I feel like that's something that you have to look at and be aware of, okay? And then we have the Ace of Wands. Aces are new beginnings. I feel like there is a beautiful new relationship coming in for you. Or it could just be, if you're in a current relationship, maybe it is that right now you're just frustrated because you're not feeling that connection with that person. And maybe it's just going to take some time for the two of you to work through those things in that relationship. maybe you have something and you completely understand, but the other person doesn't understand, like they're not there yet. Maybe there are some things that they need to work through, that they need to deal with, in order to get on board to work with this relationship. But I feel like this is more like you're single and that you're waiting for that person to come in, and you're tired of being single. But I feel like when the time is right, that it will come in for you. We have the Emperor, and I feel like that's being in the energy of knowing. I feel like you know that it's going to happen for you. I feel that it's you knowing that you really truly want to wait for that right relationship, that happy relationship, that strong connection, that Ten of Cups, with the Sun card, that you don't want to be in another relationship where there's a lot of drama. You don't want to deal with drama. Like, you know what you want, and you know what you don't want. And you don't want to deal with the drama, and you don't want to deal with a relationship like that. You want a good, positive relationship. And sometimes that takes some time, to find that right person. Look at that. We have the Star card again. So that is staying hopeful, staying positive, wishing upon a star, letting go of the frustrations and the irritations, and again, choosing, do you stay in the Three of Swords or do you stay in the Nine of Cups? The Magician is taking things into your own hands. Maybe right now, is the time for you to work on yourself. Maybe there are some things that you've wanted to do, and to look at this time as, okay, it's my free time. I can do what I want, when I want, where I want, how I want. Maybe it's about you getting back into, something that you like to do, that you used to do before, that you didn't have time to because you're in a relationship. Maybe you like to play golf. Maybe you like to go in a canoe. Maybe you like to go ride bicycles, or there's something else that you've wanted to do, but you just didn't do it because you were in a relationship and you didn't have that time to really work on you. So maybe looking at it as a positive relationship with yourself and doing those things that you like to do and focusing on you. And when you're focusing on you and you're feeling happy and you're feeling good, then this comes in for you. So maybe you have to work on yourself right now to get yourself into this Ten of Cups energy. Maybe like right here, you're like frustrated and you're irritated. So it's about you looking towards the positive. That, again, I feel like another Ace of Cups. I feel like it's you having that good relationship with yourself and getting yourself in that positive energy. And then this is what comes in for you, okay? This beautiful new relationship that's very grounding, very happy, and is something that you have been waiting for. But I do feel like there's something that you have to work on, There are some things that you have to get through. I feel like it's this energy right here, whatever this represents for you, that's what you have to work through. And I feel like once you do that, you'll have that understanding of why you had to do that. Sometimes we think, oh, I'm, and I've been guilty of that too. I'm thinking, oh, I'm ready for a relationship. I can have a relationship. In reality, I really wasn't. I still had more work that I had to do on myself. All right, we have Wolf Spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. And I feel like that goes with the Emperor, is turning that knowledge into wisdom and learning and growing from this situation. And maybe there are some more things that you need to learn about yourself, or there are some more things that you need to learn and grow with, and that you need to do, or that you need to face. Is there some Three of Swords energy that you need to work through? Is there still some disappointment or hurt from past relationships that kind of made you feel closed off and kind of put a wall up around you? Is there some of that work that you need to do? Do you need to look at that? I feel like sometimes we have blinders on and we're just moving forward and we're like, no, I want a new relationship. I want a new relationship. Want a new relationship. But it's like time to take off those blinders and see what's around you and see, well, looking behind me, I got to work on this past relationship. I got to work on letting go of that. I got to make sure that I'm not, looking behind you and seeing how much are you dragging behind you, how much, emotions and hurt and baggage do you have from past relationships, whether it's with friends or family or business. Is there some kind of hurt, some sadness, some things that you need to deal with before you can move forward and move into a new relationship? Do you take those blinders off and see, well, what are those things that I really need to work on? What are those things that I need to look at? You know, what are those things that I need to work on for me? And maybe that's why you're single right now is, you know, and it's taking some time is because there are some things that you need to work on. I'm not saying that there has to be, but I feel like just being open to the thought of, well, yeah, you know, maybe I am still bothered by that relationship with so and so, and that really did bother me, and that really did hurt me, and I never really worked through that. But just being open to looking at those things, I feel like that turns knowledge into wisdom, learning more about yourself. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising sign for more messages. And as always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.